Introduction. Quaid-i-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah is the founder of Pakistan. He was a great leader of the subcontinent. He was born in Karachi on 25th of December, 1876. His father, Mr. Punja Jinnah, was a famous businessman. His mother was also an educated woman. He was the eldest son of his parents. Quaid-i-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah is the founder of Pakistan. He was given this title of Quaid-i-Azam by Maulana Naseeruddin Shaheed in 1938. He was a great leader of the subcontinent. He was born in Karachi on 25th of December, 1876. His father, Mr. Punja Jinnah, was a famous businessman. His mother was also an educated woman. He was the eldest son of his parents. Education. Punja Jinnah gave his son a good education. At the age of 16, he was sent to England for studying law by his father. He proved himself a very industrious and honest student. He studied law at Lincoln and did his bar at law from there. He returned to his homeland after 4 years and set up as a lawyer in Bombay. He soon became a successful lawyer. In 1900, he was appointed magistrate for Bombay Presidency. Struggles. Quaid-i-Azam had started taking interest in politics during his stay in London. So he left his practice of law and joined the Indian National Congress. He wanted to unite the Hindus and the Muslims against the English, but he felt that the Hindus' leaders were trying to safeguard their own interests. He decided to join the All Indian Muslim League. The period of 1941 to 1947 is very important in the political career of Quaid-i-Azam. Regarding establishment of Pakistan, the Pakistan Resolution of 23 Road March 1940 defined the goal of Pakistan. On the face of Congress opposition to the Pakistan scheme, Quaid-i-Azam stood firm like a rock. In an article published in the Times and Tide of London, Quaid-i-Azam, Business Recorder, Karachi, Sunday the 23rd of September, 2012. Oxford. Wad Fazasa Yirmaya. Karachi. Chief Election Commissioner former Justice Fakhruddin J. Ibrahim speaking at a book launch ceremony Quaid-i-Azam Ne Farmaya, organized by Oxford University Press, here on Saturday. Liaquat Merchant, Sharif al-Mujahid, and Amina Syed are also present. Recorder photo. CEC launches book Quaid-i-Azam Ne Farmaya. Recorder report the founder of Pakistan. She further added that she Karachi chief election together from various materials would like to see the book. Discommissioner former justice available on him. These thought tribute widely, especially Fakhruddin G. Ibrahim said provoking words are eminently among students, so that every that free and transparent elec. Purposive in spelling out one. The chance to read issues are the only solution to Jinnah's vision of Pakistan. Thus and gain the insights that comsteer the country of crises. He illuminating his humane brill pairing. Quaid-i-Azam's vision was a dressing ceremony. Jensa and the wisdom of his with the direction in which we organized. By Oxford University remarkable mind. Although a headed are bound to bring press, 0 UP. To launch its Jinnah spoke on a multitude of recently published book. Quaid issues in the course of his Quaid-i-Azam Ne Farmaya compiled an illustrious career. This comment cited by Sharif al-Mujahid Pilation includes his words and Liaquat Merchant here at thoughts on areas relevant to local on Saturday. Contemporary Pakistan and the launching ceremony was Vidi's guidance to Pakistanis. Well attended by diplomats. And debate life. Important spheres operate heads. Academics, students, and the media persons. Professor Sharif al-Mujahid addressing the gathering. And Liaquat Merchant, high chief guest. Fakhruddin G. lighted the core ideals and Ibrahim said that future of Sipals of Jinnah and emphasized Pakistan depends on the free and that the book is essential reading for elections, adding the future of for every Pakistani and all those the country could only be trans who seek to understand the formed through ballets. Please vision behind Pakistan's cray-vote in elections, he urged the Asian. In her welcome speech, Youth of the Country, he asked Amina Syed, managing the youth to take part in Next Gen Director, OUP Pakistan. Sideral elections with positive. That the book being launched is approach. Giving. Pakistan freely guideline for the Pakistani PO elected parliaments is my last plea. A kind off-beam of light assignment. He editing from their Incorruptible and the booklet and Urdu trans. Clear-eyed leader. Since the prelation of quotes from the Quaidcent volume is in Urdu. Shiazam also published by OUP hoped that a greater number Ofing 2007 is a compilation of the Pakistanis will benefit from their inspiring quotes and maxims of quotations in it. Visionary Discourse Speeches 5th Semester BS English. Quaid-e-Azam Speeches. The 11th of August Speech. Address of the Founder of Pakistan. Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. On the 11th of August, 1947 to First Constituent Assembly. Mr. President, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Ladies and gentlemen, I cordially thank you, with the utmost sincerity, for the honor you have conferred upon me, the greatest honor that it is possible for this sovereign assembly to confer by electing me as your first president. I also thank those leaders who have spoken in appreciation of my services and their personal references to me. I sincerely hope that with your support and your cooperation, we shall make this Constituent Assembly an example to the world. The Constituent Assembly has got two main functions to perform. The first is the very onerous and responsible task of framing our future Constitution of Pakistan, and the second of functioning as a full and complete sovereign body as the federal legislature of Pakistan. We have to do the best we can in adopting a provisional constitution for the federal legislature of Pakistan. You know really that not only we ourselves are wondering, but I think the whole world is wondering at this unprecedented cyclonic revolution, which has brought about the plan of creating and establishing two independent sovereign dominions in this subcontinent. As it is, it has been unprecedented. There is no parallel in the history of the world. This mighty subcontinent, with all kinds of inhabitants, has been brought under a plan which is titanic, unknown, unparalleled. And what is very important with regards to it is that we have achieved it peacefully and by means of a revolution of the greatest possible character. Dealing with our first function in this assembly, I cannot make any well-considered pronouncement at this moment, but I shall say a few things as they occur to me. The first and the foremost thing that remember that you are now a sovereign legislative body, and you have got all the powers that it, therefore, places on you the gravest responsibility as to how you should take your decisions. The first observation that I would like to make is this. You will no doubt agree with me that the first duty of a government is to maintain law and order, so that the life, property and religious beliefs of its subjects are fully protected by the state. The second thing that occurs to me is this. One of the biggest curses from which India is suffering. I do not say that other countries are free from it, but, I think, our condition is much worse is bribery and corruption. Here. That really is a poison. We must put that down with an iron hand. And I hope that you will take adequate measures as soon as it is possible for this assembly to do so. Black marketing is another curse. Well, I know that black marketers are frequently caught and punished according to our judicial notion. Sentences are passed, and sometimes fines only are imposed. No. Transfer of Power, June 1947 inch. Transcript released by All India Radio 3 Road, June 1947 from the All India Radio. New Delhi, giving his reactions to the 3rd of June. Plan. I am glad that I am afforded an opportunity to speak to you directly through this radio FOM Delhi. It is the first time, I believe, that a non-official has been afforded an opportunity to address the people through the medium of this powerful instrument, direct to the people on political matter. It augurs well, and I hope that in the future I shall have greater facilities to enable me to voice my views and opinions which will reach you directly. The statement of His Majesty's Government, embodying the plan for the transfer of power to the peoples of India, has already been broadcast and will be released to the press to be published in India and abroad tomorrow morning. It gives the outlines of the plan for us to give it our most earnest consideration. We must remember that we have to take momentous decisions and handle grave issues facing us in the solution of the complex political problem of this great subcontinent inhabited by 400 million people. The work has no parallel for the most onerous and difficult task which we have to perform. Grave responsibility lies particularly on the shoulders of Indian leaders. Therefore, we must galvanize and concentrate all our energy to see that the transfer of power is effected in a peaceful and orderly manner. I most earnestly appeal to every community and particularly to Muslim of India to maintain peace and order. We must examine the plan in its letter and in its spirit and come to our conclusions and take our decisions. I pray to God that at this critical moment, He may guide us and enable us to discharge our responsibilities in a wise and statesmanlike manner. It is clear that the plan does not meet in some important respects our point of view, and we cannot say or feel that we are satisfied or that we agree with some of the matters dealt with by the plan. It is for us now to consider whether the plan as presented to us by His Majesty's government should be accepted by us as a compromise or a settlement. On this point, I do not wish to prejudge the decision of the Council of the All India Muslim League, which has been summoned to meet on Monday, June 9th, and the final decision can only be taken by the Council according to a constitution, precedents and practice. But so far as I have been able to gather on the whole, reaction in the Muslim League circles in Delhi has been hopeful. Of course the plan has got to be very carefully examined in its pros and cons before the final decision can be taken. That I must say that I feel that the Viceroy has battled against various forces very bravely, and the impression that he has left on my mind is that he was actuated by a high sense of fairness and impartiality, and it is up to us now to make his task less difficult and help him as far as it lies in our power in order that he may fulfill his mission of transfer of power to the people of India. In the Quaid's last message, it was, therefore, with a sense of supreme satisfaction at the fulfillment of his mission that Linna told the nation in his last message on the 14th of August, 1948. The foundations of your state have been laid, and it is now for you to build and build as quickly and as well as you can. In accomplishing the task he had taken upon himself on the morrow of Pakistan's birth, Jinnah had worked himself to death, but he had, to quote Richard Simmons, contributed more than any other man to Pakistan's survival. He died on September 1948. How true was Lord Pettick Lawrence, the former Secretary of State for India, when he said, Gandhi died by the hands of an assassin, Jinnah died by his devotion to Pakistan. Quaid-e-Azam Early Life and Education, Q.No. 04. Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali was born in a rented apartment on the second floor of Wazir Mansion in Karachi on December 25, 1876. The date of birth is uncertain in the register of his school. In Karachi the day is recorded as October 20th, 1875. But Jinnah always said that he had been born on Christmas Day, a Sunday in 1876. Officially named Muhammad Ali Jinnah. By his father's name was Jinnah Bai Punja and mother was Mithabai. Jinnah was the eldest of 7 children of Jinnah Bai Punja. His father was a merchant. His family was a member of the Khoja caste, Hindus who had converted to Islam centuries earlier and who were followers of the Aga Khan Ismaili. As a boy, Jinnah lived for a time in Bombay with an Aunt Manbai and may have attended the Gokul Dastej Primary School there, later on studying at the Cathedral and John Connon School. In Karachi, he attended the Sindh Madrasatul Islam and the Christian Missionary Society High School. Quaid-e-Azam received his matriculation certificate from Bombay University in 1892. Quaid-e-Azam's childhood hobbies. Quaid-e-Azam was very keen on horse riding. He also enjoyed reading poetry in his spare time. As a child, Jinnah was never intimidated by authority, so it was not easy to overcome him. Jinnah Bai Punja was a prosperous Gujarati merchant. He moved to Karachi before Muhammad Ali Jinnah's birth. He and his wife had 7 children. Essay on Quaid-e-Azam. Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was the founder of Pakistan. He was born in December 25, 1876, in a house known as Wazir Mansion located in Karachi. His father's name was Jinnah Punja. And mother was Mithabai. He belongs to a merchant family. He was great politician and a well-known lawyer of his time. He struggled a lot for the freedom of the Muslims of subcontinent and on the behalf of his extraordinary efforts. He was rewarded with the title of Quaid-e-Azam, the father of the nation, by Maulana Mazharuddin Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Received his early education from Sindh Madrasat al-Islam and Christian Missionary School. He went to England for higher education and got admission at Lincoln's in law school in London. At the age of 20, he enrolled in Bombay High Court when he came back to British India. He was the youngest one to enter a bar, where he started to take interest in political affairs of Tha nation and became famous. In the next 3 years, the Advocate General of Bombay invited him to work for his bar, and after 6 months offered a salary of 1,500 rupees per month, which was the huge amount that time. But he gently refuses the offer, and stated that he planned to earn 1,500 daily and proved it possible in future by his flawless efforts. But as a Governor General of newly state Pakistan, he fixed 1 rupee as his monthly salary. He was the man of the judiciary and sensible personality. Essay on Quaid-e-Azam. Quaid-e-Azam is the most outstanding educator of our history. Dung the establishment of Pakistan. He was remembered as an influential Iota who brought Siam from slumber by calling tall Muslims to live according for J-Slamstochings without Hindu Chuanka. His null name was Muhammad An Jinnah. He was born in Taweef on 25 December 1876 near Karachi, where he spent most days roading Bayoks about Ia Dub at Homk. Hecklested all the musinus on one platform he crustek to spit AF unity and fortags against Hindus and the British. His battle was peaceful, but his enemy mistress to purchase him with money instead of